Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. The new continent of Nave, Sarducca, has been announced. With the announcement of Sarducca comes a few key interesting points. The main one being that in order to get to Sarducca, the only way on release is to get there from Haven. That means existing characters, Nope included, cannot travel to Sarducca on launch day. You have to be a new character leaving from Nave. When I heard this, the very first thing that came to my mind was, well, if I make a character now, how prepared can I actually get by the time Sarducca comes out? It should be noted that Henrik and the team have not decided yet if characters made now in Haven will be able to go to Sarducca. But the idea that it spawned for me was fun enough for me to go ahead and do anyway. So, join along with me at your own risk. With all that out of the way, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mortal Online 2 Haven Locked. That is unreasonably loud. Okay, we are back. We are back in the world of Mortal Online 2 with something different, something fresh. I'm excited. What the fuck? Here we go. Look at Nope in all his glory with his red eyes and his steel. God, what a Chad. But we've got a character slot, and we're going to use it because we are Haven locked. So, first things first, what kind of character do we want to build? We've been playing a Thursar for hundreds of hours, a Callard Thursar at that. So I was thinking, do we want to be a Curite Thursar? Maybe a little bit more dex-based? Do we want to be a human? Maybe a paladin? We could be an Ogmir, short little tank. But what I landed on was Vila. I really enjoy Vila. I've been playing on one of my alts the last couple of days, getting back into the swing of things on a Vila. That's a lot of fun, so let's do that. So we're just going to go custom build. By the way, in episode 1 of season 1 for Zero to Hero, obviously, I did like a whole Haven episode. I'm not going to go through like every little thing in this video about Haven. But we're going to 100% Haven, right? Throughout. If there's a part 2 to this, I don't know. We'll see how far I get, but we're going to 100% Haven. So we're going to do all the way to Clade 8, which is the max on Haven. We're going to max as many skill points as we can. We're going to do the bosses and get the fledgling cape. We're going to do the whole shebang. It's going to be great. Now, the build I'm going for is going to be a Vila foot fighter. We're going to use axes. So we're going to do a one-handed axe footy Vila. But we're also going to do a little bit of hybrid in there. We're going to throw some magic in there. I want to be able to corrupt, purify, and self-heal. So there's going to be a little bit of magic at play. I know people have been asking me to do a mage build. It's not for me. I really like foot fighting, but I will do some magic. So now that we're custom build, we're going to go ahead and go next, and we are going to be a male Alvarin Vila, not a Shivra. We're going to be a Vila. Okay. Now for this build, obviously we're going to be in there foot fighting, but we're like an assassin build, right? We're diving the back line. We run faster than any class in the game except like a skeletal mage or like a Shivra, right? So we're the fastest footy possible. We're going to be all Vila on the bloodline. Attributes, we're going 31. Now, the reason we go 31 instead of 30, like we did with most every other race, is because Vilas get a Clade buff that negates the negative effects of being 31, but still gives you the bonuses of being 31. All right. So yeah, anyways, we're going to be 31. We are going to be max height. This is important. We want to be max height for melee damage bonus and strength and stuff like that. Dump the rest into dex. 69. Nice. For appearance, weight is the most important thing. We are going to be stout, guys. We're going to be stout. A stout max height Vila. And let's go ahead and customize him. All right, and here he is, our male max height stout Alvarin. And, Vila Alvarin. But anyways, this is our guy. And we need a name. Now, Nope was a great pull for a name. First off, 4 letters, single syllable. I mean, what more can you ask for? That's a rare name. Even in a game like this with not that many players, everybody takes all the good names, all the short ones, It's like RuneScape. People can like sell their names, Now, I was trying to think, well, what's better than a 4-letter word? Maybe a 3-letter word. So I started looking up all of the 3-letter words, slang included, that I could possibly think of. I started using ChatGPT to generate a big list. And the name I landed on, I simply I saw it was available and I simply could not take it. So everybody meet Goy, the Alvarin. Let's go ahead and create Goy. All right. let's go ahead and enter the world of Haven as Goy the Vila. Someone is going to get mad at me somewhere for this. What the fuck are you looking at?
Shut the fuck up, Nope.
How do you know who I am?
Bro, hop in comms, bro. This is Mark Twain.
How the fuck did you spot me so quick?
Bro, you're so predictable, bro. Making a Sarducca character with your dumbass. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm gonna mollywop. Dude, you know what? You know what, dude?
First millisecond. Hold on, let me stream it.
You're not ready for this, bro. Literally the nanosecond I get in game. Hey, Nope. Like you knew that. What gave it away? The name?
Your voice.
I'm too famous, chat. I'm too famous.
You are not streaming, bro.
Get fucked. I'm recording. All right, ready? Oh shit, dude. Oh shit,
right, bro,
dude.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Brand new character, brand new character, brand new character. Bro, I'm like I gotta be a paid actor, bro. People are gonna think this guy's a paid actor. What the fuck?
So you're gonna be in this now because I'm doing a video. It's gonna be called Haven Locked, Prepping for Sarducca, and it's gonna be me 100%ing Haven.
Me and Eok are gonna be Eok's making a mage right now, so if you wanna like run Rat Boss and troll with us, get the piss gate.
Definitely. I need some time to prep. I want to hit like Clade 5, finish the tutorial, get some skills going. But like I'm absolutely down. Like
your own thing.
this character is not leaving.
Hit us up when you want to run that shit.
Yeah, because this character is not leaving Haven until Sarducca comes out.
Yeah, this one isn't either. We're prepping.
We're getting lit, dude. W style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to spurt too. I'm a fucking paladin. It's gonna be
Dude, let's just stay in the cave and spurt together. Oh, all right, okay. Good luck, gentlemen. See you soon. All right. Well, anyways. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you guys with the tutorial. If you want to see what the Haven tutorial is like, go watch episode 1, season 1 of Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero. I will see you guys when the tutorial ends. See you in a minute. All right, that is the end of the tutorial, but there are a lot of things that we need to do. So first off, I think I hit Clade level 2. I sure did. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Clade here because it takes away the negative impacts of attributes, which again is why we went age 31. I think I did that right. Yeah, I did. Okay. Next, we only have 8 Clade points to play with in Haven. You only get 8 points because you can only hit Clade 8 in Haven. So we need to kind of plan this out. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get Runner's High, Alvar, and Warcry for our speed boosts. Then we're going to get Resting Pulse for 3 additional stamina per second. Then we're going to get these two, which are both 1.25% max speed and 15 stamina each. So you get 2.5 and 30 respectively. Then we're going to grab a +4 dex and Combat Leap, which means that when our weapon is out, we jump as high as when it is away, which is exclusive to Vilas, which is really awesome. So let's go ahead and get the 4 dex now. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, perfect. We'll get that little cluster down there. We'll be good. Now, there's a few things that we need to do. Number one, we need to hit Clade 8. That goes without saying. Now, on Haven, you can get to a maximum of 300 reputation in both hunting and soldier. So we are going to have to, that's right here, 300. And you can see the bosses of Haven require 300 apiece. So we need to get 300 in each. That's the second thing we need to do. You can see our hunting and soldier renown right here. So step 1, hit Clade 8. Step 2, max out our renowns. Step 3, kill the bosses. Step 4, start maxing our combat stats and get some combat abilities. Step 5, maybe get into some crafting. Who knows? Who knows? So for this build, there's a few things we're going to do. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to have max blocking. All of these will be max. Combat techniques, defensive and aggressive. I don't think we can get potion utilization on Haven. And to be fair, I don't even think there's potions on Haven. So we'll have that eventually, but not now. We're going to have sprinting at 100, which it already is. Riding will be 100. All of this is going to be 100. Combat maneuvering, heavy armor, and armor are all going to be 100. Endurance 100 with passive regen 100. Although I don't think I can get passive regen on Haven, but that is something we'll need. Anatomy will be 100, and then we'll also have swords and axes both at 100. Swords for dueling, axes for actual fighting. And then magic schools, ecumenical, we're going to level to 30, and we're going to lock it at 30. The reason we do that is because 30 means that we can purify, corrupt, and lesser heal perfectly without fumbling. All right, actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually max out my hunting. Now, the reason I want to max out my hunting is because it's an absolute pain. We're already at 53. Now, this Springbok task is always here. 24/7, it's always here, even when the timer goes out, and it's always 3. There are Springbok about 200 yards that way. It's maybe 2 minutes round trip. You take the task, you run there, you kill 3 Springbok, come back, and repeat. And you get... what is it? You get 28 Hunter Renown each. So every 2, we're getting 50. So I need to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I just need to do it 10 times. It'll take me like an hour. So let's go ahead and max out our hunting renown. That way, when we're ready, we can meet up with the boys and go do the forest stroll. All right, that only took about 20, maybe 30 minutes. It was pretty quick. I was being a little inefficient because I was talking to the boys, but there we have it. We've reached the maximum for this renown on Haven. We've got 300 renown, and we can now do the forest troll, which is a group task. So we're going to do that with some of the wanted boys here in a minute. Next, I'm going to just go, I figure just back to back it. My stats are still leveling. My combat stuff is still leveling. But I figured just back to back it. We'll do Soldier Renown next. But before I do that, I'm going to go up into the mountains and check for a full set of actually viable gear. Combat maneuvering is almost 50, meaning armor training will start going for now. Later, I think we can make flakestone through the Natterus extractor on Haven, so we might be able to make full merc plate flakestone armor. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that, so that'll be interesting. So we'll figure it out. But I did also get 2 Clade points while I was doing that. So let's go ahead and grab Combat Leap will get last. Let's get Resting Pulse and one of these. Next we'll get this, then those 2, and then we'll get Combat Leap because it's not really that important just yet. All right, perfect. Next up is the combat tasks. Now, I did talk about this in Zero to Hero Season 1, Episode 1. So again, I keep saying it, but go watch that episode. In fact, watch all 2 seasons of Zero to Hero. Season 3 will be coming soon. But all you want to do is you want to spam Scoundrel tasks until you have Tribrats, and then spam Tribrats to 300, and you're all done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to link up with the Wanted Boys and do both of the bosses and get our Fledgling Cape, which is another thing I did not do in Zero to Hero. All right, we just wrapped up 300 Soldier Renown, so now we have 300 Hunting Renown, 300 Soldier Renown, and we can now accept the boss for soldiers as well. So one of the things we have to do is kill each of the bosses, the Tribrat Brute and the Young Forest Troll. You can see here it says you get a special item for doing so. Each boss drops the half of a seal. When you combine the halves of the seal and trade it to a vendor, you get your Fledgling Cape. That's kind of your I did all of the stuff cape that you can only get in Haven. So This is something I think I mentioned it in season 1, episode 1 of Zero to Hero when I was on Nope, but you cannot get this cape unless you do it while you're in Haven, period. It's not tradable, it's not sellable, etc. So if you want it, make sure you take the time to do it. Also, while I was doing that, I think I got, 2 more Clade points. So we'll hit this, and then we'll hit this, and we'll throw Runner's High on our bar. Runner's High is a great Vela Clade. So essentially, when you hit it, you will get 15% armor penetration and 15% stamina regen increase and 3% movement speed for a short time. So my plan is to go to the Bandit Dungeon here on Haven, go down there and just farm bandits. That's going to serve 2 purposes. One, we need another Clade level and a half to hit max Clade on Haven. That's Clade level 8 again. I think I said it earlier. So they give the most XP per kill on the island. As far as I know, it's 16 per kill, which isn't a lot on the mainland, but in Haven, when your cap is Clade 8, that's not bad at all. So the first reason we're going there is to level that. The second reason is to level this, right? So I need to level axes to 100. Well, the amount of XP you get into a melee ability is relative to the damage you deal. So if I'm actually fighting things at a level faster than what I did in Zero to Hero, which was smack a wall, but I was just doing it AFK at the time. All right, so we're approaching the Bandit Dungeon on Haven, which, for the record, here is the town. You go out this entrance, past the water, and it's right down here. But we are approaching it now, and I just want to show you my route through the dungeon and what route I'm going to be using while just farming up. I've got a couple of axes because I'm going to be down here for a while. Make sure you feed your horse before you go down so you don't have to check on them for a while. And yeah, I'm just going to show you the path I take. So the first half, we're going to kill a couple of bandits kind of on the way down. And then we are going to be doing like a core loop at the bottom. So I'll show you this. And again, this is how we level our Clade. But also, once we max out Clade, this is how we level our combat skills. Here's the first bandit. So there's the first bandit. I like to check around this corner to make sure there's not another. Come down here. Now we're going to bang a left and another left. Through here. Then we're going to bang another left. And there should be a bandit roaming around over here. I always like to hit a second time in between. Sometimes they'll block the wrong way or they'll go for another attack and you can get a cheeky second hit in. And then as we make our way to the bottom of the staircase, we're going to hit the main loop. All right, so here's the first main room. Now, like 4 or 5 bandits can spawn in this room. Seems pretty random. What you're going to want to do is just get in there, be really aggressive, especially if you have multiple. Be ready to parry multiple attacks at the same time. So it looks like, yeah, we cleared the first room. Yeah, we did. So once you've cleared the first room, you're going to come over to the west here. And there is one bandit over here. All right. So the main room is cleared. We came to the west. We killed the one here. Next, we're going to go to the east down this hallway. Now, around the corner, there's going to be 2 stacked on top of each other. So every time you're in this main room or you come over here around this corner, you're going to be fighting 2 of these guys at the same time. So it's good practice. All right, so those guys are done. We're going to come north, and then we're going to go down this right-hand staircase. Now, there's 2 more on this staircase between here and the bottom of the staircase. And then we're going to come around the corner here to this long hallway, and there are 2 more that roam around this hallway, the whole thing. Sometimes they bundle up, sometimes one's on this half, the other's on the other half. All right, now that we're at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and bandage and sit. And we're just going to hang out and wait. I think I can wear my last armor piece now. It looks like I can. Go ahead and put that on. And yeah, cool. Okay, so I have the full set. So without crafting in Haven, again, this set is the best you can get. It's off those bodies up in the hills. And I'll probably check the bodies again one more time before the end of the night because I really want that red cape just to have it. But we're going to wait for this gray bar here. There we go. We are fully healed, and now we're going to do the entire loop in reverse. All right, cool. Now that we're at the top of the loop, we're going to go ahead and rest up and heal, and then we just do the whole thing over again. So we're going to come here, right, through the hallway, clear the main room, go down. There's those 2 stacked on top of each other. You go left, down the stairs, there's 2 more. Around down that long hallway, there's 2 more, and then you sit and rest. And then you come back up, hit the 2 at the bottom of the stairs, up the stairs, the 2 on the corner there, back into the main room, back into here, and then you sit and rest, and you do it all over again. Let's go ahead and use that Clade gift. We're going to use Alvarin Warcry. And then our final point will be Combat Leap. But again, we're not just here for that. You can see our anatomy's raising, our endurance is raising, combat maneuvering, combat techniques, our defensive stance is going up, blocking is going up, axes is going up, melee combat is going up, aggressive stance. I mean, this is a good way to just, 1, practice, but also get it all done, right? Get everything leveled. So we're going to be doing this until the Wanted Boys get back. It's getting pretty late. They might get off for the night, so worst case scenario, tomorrow we'll go ahead and do the bosses. All right, just hit Clade level 8, which is the max level here on Haven. Just wanted to show I'm getting Combat Leap, which is pretty cool. So now basically I jump just as high with my weapon out as I do when it's away. And that is something that is exclusive to Velas. Everyone else will jump, I think, half the height when their weapon is out, except for Velas, which is pretty sick. Kind of lends to the whole assassin backline, you know, quick in-out fighter playstyle. All right, so Mark did get on. We're not done farming yet. We'll go back to that later. But Mark did get on from Wanted, Mark Twang, and he is going to help me with the rat boss. He's a paladin, so we should be able to 2-man this, and he can just heal me, and we'll wail on it, and he can heal me when I need it. So we're going to go ahead and take the Tribe Rat Brute. And then we'll go ahead and solo the Troll later, because he has not done his hunter reputation yet. So we're going to ride out to the cave. And the cave is pretty cool. I'm actually excited to show it off, because it is a massive dungeon on Haven that's mostly empty until you get to the boss room, but it's a very beautiful asset. It's really nice. I don't know when that asset was created, but it's really cool. So that's what we're gonna do. There's Mark actually now. He just ran past me. There he is. And we're gonna head over there and get to the rat boss. We're also, while we're down there, we're gonna do rat tech for blocking and defensive stance. So see you guys at the bottom of the rat cave. I'm ready. So just run northeast.
Yeah, run northeast. See that opening? That's the boss room. Get like 30 feet from the entrance.
Okay.
So they will do poison damage to you, but it's like 5 damage every
Like
like
right here?
30 seconds. Yeah, right there's fine.
It's so loud.
Also do, yeah, it's annoying.
My blocking is going up really fast. My defensive stance is going up too. I can't hear anything. It's so loud. All right, defensive stance 100. Beautiful. So I'll go in here.
Yep, they always.
Some of them. Oh, they're starting to go. Nice. I'll kill the spiders. So this is the play. Like right off the boat, you just come straight down here.
I would get, if you have a homie, definitely if you have a homie, I would definitely come down here ASAP just to get all your stats up. Oh,
Ah!
oh my god.
I didn't block. Oh, he only hit me for 16. All right.
It's on
Yeah.
me.
He's on me. Oh, this is nothing.
Okay,
For some reason, I thought he was harder. I keep like quick hitting like I'm like it's a parry. That's funny. I have just enough time to full charge him. This is nothing. For some reason, I remember him being difficult. Bink.
Yeah, we did it.
Gonna grab this 400 keratin from him, actually, for the horse. Beautiful. Alrighty. Alright, let's get out of here and turn it in. Alright, we are back from doing the boss, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this task in. And you'll see that in addition to our money and aegises, we got the Warden's Seal right half. This seal is what gives us the fledgling cape. You get the left half from the young troll. So we're gonna bank that. And then we're going to go do the troll. Also, on the way out, we were checking chests, and I found an actual piece of Tendremic Knight leggings, which is black. And I did some digging, and it turns out you can get a full set of black Tendremic Knight armor in Haven by farming those chests. So maybe we'll do that just for funsies and say we have like a biz set, right? We also found a trinket. Now, the only trinket, to my knowledge, that is possible to get on Haven in any capacity is a copper and red coral. Until the next patch, Copper Red Corals, the best possible roll is 2% damage, which is nothing, but fuck it. It'd be kind of funny to have a couple of technically Haven max trinkets, so maybe we'll do that as well. Who knows? If I have the patience. And then another thing, earlier in the video, I said there's no pots on Haven. Well, good. Look what I found. I found a pot. So, yeah, it just goes to show I don't know what I'm talking about, and you shouldn't listen to me about anything for any reason. All right, and I think the last thing we're going to do in today's episode of Haven Locked is we are going to do the troll. So like I said, it's super easy. It says group, but you can solo it. It's not a problem. Go ahead and accept that. If you forgot your bows and arrows, there's a ranger vendor right here. I've already got plenty. I've got the 50 on me plus another almost 100. So yeah, all you're going to do is have a horse, have a bow, and have arrows. I'm going to go ahead and just rush off this gray bar because why not? All right. Let's go kill the troll. All right, and there he is right there. He's just wandering around. He's got like a big tree stump or something. So here's how we're going to do it. It's very simple. Go ahead and aggro him. I missed. Go, we've aggroed him. We're just going to 2-speed it. You don't want to get too close to him. You want to aim for the head whenever possible. If you get too close to him or you turn too sharply while he's chasing you, what will happen is he'll hit your horse. And I don't think he can one-shot your horse, but he can two-shot it. So if your horse gets hit, the safest thing to do, unless he's already really low, is just reset the fight. You don't want your horse to die because then you're absolutely dead unless you're a Vila, right? But you can see, I mean, it's kind of a long kill. The health's going, but it's kind of a pain. So I'm just going to go ahead and... It's probably take like 15 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and just cut to when he's about to die. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, he should be going down here in the next couple of arrows. There he goes. Took right about 12, 13 minutes. Beautiful. See what he dropped. Horse troll head. Look at that. 10 gold for that. Very nice. Sweet. All right, let's turn it in, head back to town, and get the other half, and get this shit done. All right, go ahead and turn that in. There we go. We got the left half. Now, I wasn't thinking earlier. I left the right half in the bank, and the guy you turn it into is standing right here. So I'm going to go back, bring the other half here. We'll combine them. I'll show you how to do that. We'll get our cape. All right, we are back, and we have our left and right half here. I don't think right-clicking it does anything. Yeah, it doesn't. So you're going to go ahead and hit L, and you are going to hit Show All Skill Icons, and there's a Combine button. Open that up. Put the left and right half in there. Hold the Combine. There we go. We now have the Warden Seal. And then we will go to the here, buy the cape, give him the seal, accept, and there you have it. The Fledgling Cape. This cape is only accessible in Haven. If you leave without this cape, that character will never, ever have the Fledgling Cape. How cool. There's only one other cape you can get in Haven, and that is the Red Tindramine Cape. And that's the one I was checking the bodies for. And we'll definitely get that before we leave Haven as well. So that is going to do it for episode 1 of Haven Locked. With what I want to accomplish, there's definitely going to be 2 episodes, obviously, because I just said this is the end of episode 1. There might be 3. Some of the things I'm thinking about, I kind of want to do a little fishing because I've never really fished in this game, and that's available. Technically, we could fish up crab, which would give us crustacean armor, which would, I think that might be the best possible crafted armor in all of Haven, which would be interesting. You know, we could do some mining. We can make flakestone for weapons or flakestone armor, right? I want to do cooking. I did some digging. I figured out how to get good health food and stamina food on Haven, so we can do a little bit of that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry Season 3 of Zero to Hero is not out yet. I really want it to be on Sarducca. And given what we know, the hero of Season 3 is probably going to be Goy. You know, Nope won't be allowed to go to Haven, or Nope won't be allowed to go to Sarducca for, I think they said at least a few months, right? So, yeah, I mean, get used to the Vila, because we're going to be playing him for a while. Anyways, much love, guys. If you made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support and your patience with me. I know that was a long 2 months between me making videos, and love you all. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in episode 2 of Haven Locked.